Hi, everybody. Want to welcome you back for our work week forecast. We're getting to that time of year. Things are kind of settled in here, and I'm going to be back with these on usually Mondays, but it's a short work week this week after Labor Day yesterday. So we're going to give you just your 4-day work week forecast here. Things are looking really nice over the next 4 days. We're kicking this off with an easy, nice forecast. Going to be simple to talk about what's going on here across the country. So first of all, here, departing system to our east in the front, that has brought us cool air. There was some frosts almost in the air. Certainly in upstate New York, there were some spots with some frost warnings. The Northeast Kingdom and Vermont had frost warnings out. We were close enough to the point that my car this morning, the windshield was wet, but on the top you could feel a little bit of ice on top of the car sitting outside. Just cold enough for that. I didn't have any frost, so nothing that should have caused any problems for plants. But yeah, chilly. This morning was the chilliest morning. It will get warmer throughout the week. Today is the chilliest day going forward before things warm up again. And we get very pleasant. No humidity this week and no chance of rain. Next chance of rain doesn't come till sometime over the weekend. And that looks like just a front moving through. So yeah, let's take a look at what's going on radar. You can see how this is working itself out. We've got the front has moved way offshore. This high pressure system is moving in. You can see there's nothing much really going on. Some activity here across the southeastern United States and southern United States. That's all going to stay well to our south. This system way out west is not really moving that quickly. It's going to give us several days of basically full sun. A couple of clouds around today, a couple of clouds on Friday, but tomorrow and Thursday, no clouds. And even the clouds today and Friday are going to be very minimal. So really, basically clear skies. Let's take a look at temperatures here. And you can see, a little hard to see, but basically over the Northeast, this is where the cooler temperatures are. These are all the big city locations. Lots of 40s, definitely some 30s in between there. I had on my thermometer 35. That's probably a little colder than it actually was. My thermometer tends to run a degree or two cold, but I would imagine I was probably at that. I was definitely 38, 39 degrees, somewhere in that range this morning. I'm sure a few of you were a little bit chillier than that. So colder weather here, but out to our west, we have still some decent amount of warmth. This ridge, which is to our west, is going to kind of topple on top of us and keep and progressively let our temperatures warm throughout the week. So overnight temperatures will get back up into the 40s and maybe 50 by Friday, Saturday. And our daytime temperatures go from the 60s, mid 60s today to the mid to upper 70s by the end of the week. So yeah, it's going to feel a little bit like late summer. In terms of what normally causes issues for us across the world here, the globe, is the tropics. The tropics in the Atlantic have started to heat up a little bit from being very quiet, eerily quiet. I'm going to show you why it's eerie that it's been this quiet in a second. But currently, we do have a pretty good tropical wave moved off kind of in a couple pieces here. This system here, it's not really a system, but this basically tropical wave here has a small chance of becoming a storm. This activity here over the Caribbean may become a tropical system before it makes its way to the Yucatan Peninsula, and then maybe on the opposite side as it emerges back into the Gulf of Mexico. Nothing too concerning here. This system has a pretty good shot over the next week or so of becoming a tropical storm, but even that is not a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination, and we are definitely in the heart of hurricane season now, and it's just the wind pattern has been such that it has kept us quiet, which is surprising. La Nina usually does not set up this wind pattern, but it has over the last month, basically. And that's been a good thing because we are warm. So this map here shows you why it is surprising that we are not seeing more tropical activity. This is the sea surface temperature anomalies. Basically, this orangey color, basically all of this red and orange, it means that it's above average. And you can see we're a degree or so, or a degree or two, and this is degrees Celsius, so a couple degrees Fahrenheit, 3 or 4 degrees Fahrenheit above average. Some places up here are 5 or 6 degrees above average Fahrenheit in the northern Atlantic. But this is basically the wind conditions have held us back from having any tropical activity really over the last month. We've just had too much shear, and it has kind of inhibited tropical development across the Atlantic. Somewhat surprising. Usually in a La Nina year, we have good wind conditions for tropical systems to get going. This is good because ultimately right now we have a lot of ocean heat in the Atlantic, and so if systems were to get going, if conditions became favorable, it's very likely we would have some significant storms. But we don't right now. Doesn't mean we couldn't. Certainly the wind pattern can change, might change, and if it does, as soon as it changes, we would get some kind of rapid options for development of tropical systems across the Atlantic with all this heat, which isn't going anywhere anytime soon across the Atlantic. But for now, not too bad. Every day we get without tropical development is another day closer to the end of the season, and that is obviously a good thing. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go forward. But right now, no big deal across the Atlantic, except for the fact that we've got the pump is very much primed for tropical development if conditions become more favorable. So we'll just keep hoping that they stay unfavorable. That would be good for all involved. That keeps us away from having to worry about any of the kind of flooding rains. That's the main concern, obviously, from tropical systems here across southern Vermont. Right now, not a problem to worry about at all. So let's take a quick look at that forecast. Today, upper 60s, beautiful day out there, a few clouds, but basically nice, a little breezy, but breeze is dying as we go through the day. Overnight tonight, one more cool night, not quite as cold as last night, but temperatures in the low 40s. Some of us might get down close to 40, maybe even an upper 30 here or there. Tomorrow, temperatures warm up into the mid 70s, really nice day. Upper 70s on Thursday, weather's really nice, still cooling off pretty good at night, no humidity. Friday, a touch more clouds as the system approaches from the west, and the clouds might kind of thicken a little bit overnight, although we could still have some breaks of clouds overnight on Friday. And Saturday, as we head towards Saturday, it looks like it's not going to be a total, it looks like rain on Saturday, but maybe not till evening. Timing we'll have to see as we get a little bit closer. But basically dry all week, a nice week to get out there, try to enjoy being outside. I know as everybody gets back to kind of school and work, it's a little harder to do that, but if you get a chance to in the afternoon, get out there and enjoy the weather very much. Let's take a look at those work week highlights. A very pleasant late summer, early fall week in store for us in southern Vermont this week. Temperatures will warm after a cool start to the week. Virtually no chance of rain this week. Humidity levels stay low. And of course, our next chance for precipitation comes later on the day, Saturday. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but probably a front moving through with maybe some showers or a thunderstorm. I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. They help support what I do here at the West River Weather Guy. If you're interested in becoming a patron, there's a link in the description below that brings you to my Patreon page, which talks about how you can support the channel and also what you get out of supporting the channel. So take a look at that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel before, I'd encourage you to do so. Helps make sure you don't miss any videos. And there will obviously be more of them as we start to head towards the more interesting portion of the weather year here in Vermont, as not there yet, but as things like frost and then eventually things like snow become a possibility. We have a lot to talk about. All right, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll be back on Friday with an updated look, or with a look at your weekend forecast.